Yo, welcome back to my world, Richie here, and today's Pokemon is something spooky, actually. Oh, this is fantastic. A nice, spooky, Halloween-y looking like Pokemon for this very video, as in this video is going to be a very, very spooky and scary video. We have, I'm trying to see how to pronounce his names. This one I'm not really familiar with. Bramblegast. It's Bramblegast! I think he's a ghost type as well? I can't remember. I'm not too familiar with this one. But this is the tumbleweed that goes around the desert in, I forgot which region. It's not the Galar region. It's, oh yes, is this Scarlet and Violet? I don't remember. This one, like I said, I'm not too familiar with this one. But I love him. He's great. He's got gas in his name, so I think he's a ghost type. And then there's that little version of him. Then he evolves into that's the bigger proper version, the fully evolved version. Then there's the little before this evolution. He's like a little tumbleweed, which I love. Guys, I'm so excited for this video because this weekend it is the 18th, right? But yesterday, the 17th of April, I was one of the first people. I think I was one of the first people, other than other people that get it. Early access or whatever the case may be, but I grabbed it. I grabbed one of the STRIXHAVEN Precons of the new Secrets of STRIXHAVEN decks and set that's coming out in a week. So the set is, the pre-release is happening right now. During this whole weekend, the pre-release has begun, but there are some companies that can actually sell the decks, the very decks, very much earlier before the whole set even comes out. So I have here the WeatherBloom, Magic the Gathering, Precon, WeatherBloom, Pestilence. I think it's Pestilence, Strategic Sacrifice, Life Gain, and Drain, Secrets of STRIXHAVEN, the Black and Green Dina Commander deck. And I mainly fell in love with Dina herself. Which, oh my gosh, I just realized. That's something I was missing. I'll go grab it right now. It'll be 1 second for you guys. I've got the actual Dina card, which comes in this deck. This deck has the original Dina, and now there's a new Dina, of course. Like, she's all, like, many years later, grown up a bit more. Maybe she looks a little bit like a very young adult in the beginning, and now she's like, I'll say like she's probably in the mid-20s or late, maybe close to around the age of my age, maybe she's around my age. But the old Dina card, I actually have. It comes in this deck, but I actually have the Dina card, the original one from the STRIXHAVEN deck, which I'm going to grab right now. Alright, here she is. Dina so steeper, very steep into the wilderness, the woods. A legendary creature, druid, which I never knew what the first druid meant. I think the other druid it's a druid, or she's a druid. But yes, the original STRIXHAVEN set, the first STRIXHAVEN set, the School of Magic and books and all archives and everything. See the set icon right there. That is what? Focus it. Focus. There it is. Beautiful bird. Beautiful owl-looking creature. Very nice. But yeah, what she does is, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. And I've only come across this card as a commander once. I've never seen anyone play with this deck. She's a great commander, but she actually comes into this. She's in here. Her new version. And her old version. So a new version, which is here, right here. We got a new card, and then that's her old version. But yeah, her old version in here has the new set icon of the STRIXHAVEN, the Secrets of STRIXHAVEN command. I think it's the commander set icon. I don't know which is. Oh no, the commander set icon. That's like the little. Like, it looks like a bit of a book. And then the other one from the set, that's like more like, it's got hollow parts into it. It's got like 2 holes. And it's like more like an open book. That's the normal set icon, and then you got the commander set icon. So let's open this up. I'm so excited. The WeatherBloom Gothic. I have a little bit of goth in me, so this is like the Gothic school. I'm so excited to see the cards. To see her is what I really loved. Was seeing her for the first time. I just absolutely fell in love. But the best part is, like, the most exciting part is that this deck or this set in general is incredible. Like, it's such an incredible set. If you can just buy anything, or I even buy some booster packs, enjoy some booster packs. I like to enjoy a booster pack here and there when a new set comes out. I don't buy a lot. I didn't buy anything really for Lorwyn when that came out. Ninja Turtles. I just bought some booster packs, and that way I can really enjoy getting some new cards added to my collection. Alright, here we go. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of, like, yeah, what excited me a lot is the fact that this deck, Sacrifice, and Black and Green, like, I have a Black and Green deck. It's a Highlander 60 card singleton 1v1 format. And I just always loved, you know, the dark, spooky forest. It was my original Magic Gathering deck was a very dark, graveyardy, very graveyard. It was green and a splash in blue. So this is what's taking me back, like, very graveyard-like deck. And, I don't know if this opens like this. Oh, here we go. But yeah, the Sacrifice part is a playstyle I've never had before. And this is my 10th commander deck. I thought, what a way to hit 10 commander decks, to do something completely different to what I'm usually, what the strategy types of decks that I play and I've crafted and brewed. Nothing like, I've never done anything like this before. I do something completely different. I completely come up with this fun new idea to add to my collection of commander decks. So a very different playstyle. And my dear friend Wizard Steve, he actually plays this type of playstyle. Sacrifice, zombies, very dark, very black and everything. Oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited. So that's inside the box. That's inside. Okay, let's just go like this. Here we go. And you know what's even really cool about this? So this is my third Precon. I've only opened up 3 Precons, so Precon is 3 for me. The other Precons are all Universes Beyond. So I've actually never had a proper Magic the Gathering Precon before. So I've never opened up one that's like this type of little box. You know, if you see my other Precon videos, my Warhammer and Ishtola of Final Fantasy, which I got the poster up there of Final Fantasy, they were very Universes Beyond. They had bonuses, they had extra stuff. So this is my first time I'm just buying a deck that is just a deck. But what's nice about buying Precons is, like, when you build a deck, this is feels like a daunting task of getting all the tokens. Like even the punch out tokens, little things like life gain or life link and all those kinds of stuff. Those little tokens as well. The deck comes with all of it, and it's just fantastic. That's what I have a big relief with when I build a deck. Is completely different story. You have to go looking. I love to get all the tokens. Oh, this is beautiful. We have a nice poster here. Look at this. This is what I fell in love with. This card here, this Dina. I fell in love with this. And if I wasn't going to get the deck, I was going to at least get her. But I felt like I wanted to get the deck. Like, this was something really exciting to try out. Not really just to try out. I don't just try out decks and toss them later on and get rid of them. I actually love to keep each of my decks. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this deck box is a side deck box. It's sideways or sideways. It's like on like upways. So I've never had something like this before either. All my deck boxes are like straight up. This is like to the side. You put it in sideways. Let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, there we go. Ah, very nice. WeatherBloom goodness. Very, very spooky. My kind of style. I love it. I love spookiness. I love the graveyard. It's very, very awesome. I absolutely love this. You know, it'd be really cool, right? If they had actually printed this as another alternate artwork for the commander cards, each of the commander decks. Each also had an extra bonus card, another like artwork of the Dina card, and then making it look like that. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Because the artwork for this, it looks gorgeous. Absolutely looks beautiful. But there's the box. We're gonna we'll put our deck in here. This will be my only deck box for now. I might replace it eventually. You know, I might have to see if I can get one that I can sit the tokens in. But I might even get the tokens in there. And that's the thing. That's what it comes down to for me. I get my deck box. I get my deck and my tokens. Depending on how many tokens I have, I just want to be able to put them all into the deck box. And this deck has a lot of tokens. If I don't sleeve them, maybe I can fit them all in. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm so excited. This is it right here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look how beautiful that is. This is just gorgeous. And we got the push out tokens right there. Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, there's some extras, but I believe that the deck should have, yeah, so inside here, there should be the actual tokens, like the new tokens, the prepared tokens. I'm talking about the push-out tokens, not like the card tokens, like the pests and everything that you make. You make zombies, you make pests. But look how beautiful she is. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh. The shine, the foil of it is just absolutely fantastic. Now, a lot of people are saying about this deck that the side commander, like the alternate commander, is quite good itself. And that's also in foil as well, which I'm really looking forward to seeing as well. We have new Dina and old Dina, which we'll see it in this deck. In this deck, we have, like I said before, we have the original Dina. This is nice. Oh my gosh. Also, I do have a sleeve. I have one sleeve here. I have one. Oh, hang on, wait. Before we open this up, let's read a bit of this. Let's have a little read of this. WeatherBloom, playing the deck. We won't read about playing the deck or anything. This is how to teach you how to play the deck, all the cool stuff. But Dina Essence Brewer. Dina is, oh, here we go, because on the box, I was going to read it from the box, but the box is a smaller version of her bio. It's about her, right? We have Ngoma the Golem. Oh, yeah, Ngoma. Gorma, which is the other commander that you can have, which is this. He looks cute but scary. He's like a scary, cute, big pest creature. Alright, so Dina. Dina is the one I'm interested in. Dina is a darkly humorous and tea-obsessed druid, knowing hundreds of recipes for potions, charms, and spells that can help almost any melody or mood. She was the sole survivor of a druid glade hit by bitter blight, a tragedy that caused her to distance herself from her peers. She was forced to reckon with her past after an ill-advised and ultimately unsuccessful attempt to restore her glade. Despite her hardships, she's found solace in a social life and WeatherBloom mentorship, committing herself to deepening the roots in her community by understanding what she has to lose. Dina is deeply motivated to cherish what she has and learn what else she can offer, which is beautiful. You want to cherish what you have. This is absolutely gorgeous. I get to actually see the full art of the card. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so beautiful, this is. So very nice. Alright, let's get to getting this open. I'm so excited. So excited. There is some horrifying things in this deck. There is a horror, which I'm going to take... I don't like too scary. You know, there's an extent that I go when it comes to scary. I enjoy very, very spooky, and the spookiness is what I enjoy. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Holy fudge. I'm recording still. I'm still recording. Sit the deck right there. Alright. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Don't drop the card. I don't get too many fingerprints on it. Alright. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Fantastic. And the shine from the window, we get that. So gorgeous. So she's a legendary creature, of course. Druid. Dina Essence Brewer. She loves tea. I love tea as well. I'm more of a coffee drinker, but I do love tea. She's a 2/3, and she's 3 mana. She's one generic, 1 black, 1 green. And I love that because my commanders, I just like 4 mana 4 mana commanders. I just generally have that as all my commander decks. There's only one deck. Everything is 4 mana. And then I have a 5 mana. I think I've got 1 5 mana. The rest are 4. And then there's only one other one. That's 3 mana. Which is my Tavola, Werewolf Leader, the leader of the werewolves. And I enjoy using that deck because it's 3 mana, so it's so easy to cast. So what you want to do with her, she's very easy to cast, very quickly, very early on. You want to get her on the field. She's one of those commanders where you need her to be on the field. Like my Tavola, Werewolf, commander, he also needs to be on the field. So hence why they cost cheaper. They're very much necessary. Whereas with mana cost commanders that are much higher, you can kind of set up your board, get the commander on the field, and then you can do the thing straight away. Whereas with her, you want her on the field straight away because what she does is what I'm about to read now. So she's a 2/3. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So when she's on the field, before you do any sacrificing and stuff in the game, you want to have her on the field so you can start getting cards, generating her ability straight away. Then she has an ability where you pay 2, you tap her, sacrifice another creature, you gain X life and put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Which sometimes is not going to be very high, which is totally fine. The main part is that first ability that triggers, you want to try and even tap her. Like you'll have other creatures on the field that you can just sack as many times as you want. So you want to do that most of the time. And then you can have her untapped. Maybe on the last person's turn, at the end of their step, you can tap her, keep 2 mana up, sacrifice a creature to draw a card on their turn. So that's also just a fun way to go about getting a lot of value out of drawing cards. So she's a draw card commander, and I love that. I love drawing cards. That's the best thing to do. We're going to sleeve this up. Sleeve this up straight away. I have 1 Pikachu sleeve left. This is my last Pikachu sleeve at the moment. I toss them around. I switch them around. But there she is. Perfectly sleeved up. Beautiful. Fantastic. I love her. Now, this is the other commander. This is also in foil. This is wicked. I love this. Scary, but cute. We have Gorma. Look at Gorma. He's not little. He's a big creature. Get us imagine, this is Dina's pet. This can be Dina's cute little pet. Cute little, but cute big pet. Creature, legendary creature, pest frog. So he's a frog. I love it. Lifelink. So he's got lifelink. Well, that's really cool. I forget about that. He starts off as a 1/1. So he's still got the same mana to cast. 1 black and a green. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Goma. Which that will happen so often. So he's really great. He's really, really awesome. Non-token creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each creature that died under your control this turn. That's really good. That is absolutely amazing. Even if you just do it 1 time, your creatures can enter with an additional +1/+1 counter. Just even if you're sacking just 1 creature, so your creatures can just enter with a counter. Just 1 counter is great. It's great. Because the value in that is that multiple creatures entering, they all enter. Like you can create a whole bunch of tokens, for example, which you will do all at once. They can all enter with a +1/+1 counter on. So that is really great. He's a great card for also to be a commander as well. So we'll put them to a side, and we're gonna flick through this entire deck. This is great. I love this. Absolutely love this. So we're going to go like this. Here we go. Perfect. We've got Merchant of Venom. So I won't read through all the cards. Maybe I'll read through some. You know, the ones that I find really, really cool. Defiling Demogorgon. And I'm terrible at pronunciations. Omnious Harvest. Oh, this one's a good one. So this one here, Stanesian Sanguinist. Terrible. This is the new mechanic that is in the Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven set. They've introduced Prepared. So this creature here, whenever you attack, target creature gains death touch, which is fantastic, until end of turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, this creature this combat, this creature becomes prepared. So prepared, what it is that these characters are casting spells. They themselves are casting a spell. So this is the prepared spell. When she's prepared, you can then cast this. You can see that as a sorcery. You can't do it at instant speed. So every prepared spell is either a sorcery or instant. That's what I think they are. They're all either sorceries or instants. And what she has access to is Exsanguinate. Yeah. This is a spell which is really, really, really crazy spell. I have this spell, the actual spell of this. It was in my Ishtola deck. Took it out because I didn't really need it. Each opponent loses X life and you gain X life equal to the life lost this way. So 2 black and X, you pay X as many times as you want, like as much X as you want, and you want to have it on the field a lot, and to be able to do, that's like a closing out. That's like a finisher, that one. That's really, really great. A really good card. That's hence why she's also expensive as well. We have Feral Appetite. Oh my gosh. That's the pests. Oh, this is a new character. Pest rescuer. So she's a rescuer. You know how animal rescues and stuff? She rescues all these lovely little pests. Such adorable little things. So they really made pests very cute. All kinds of versions of pests in this Strixhaven now. So many fun ones. So look at this one. Rooster. He does eat the pests, but that's fine. You know, like if you think about like what this refers to, what I think it kind of reminds me of, is in One Piece, you have Big Mom. She has all these food that she's given life to, and then she eats them, But then they keep coming back, you know, they keep coming back, like they get new life. You take their soul out, put it into a new being, and then they have new life again. This is another one that's really, really good. This guy's really, really good. Eccentric Pest Finder. So what he does, he's got Trample, 5/5. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. And then the prepared cost, or the prepared spell, is for each opponent, you create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this token dies, you gain 1 life. So take life or like sacrifice life, gain life, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really cool spell for just a black and a green. So that's really, really, really good. Then we have Memorial Bargain. Oh, this is here. This here is the new lands. So they've introduced brand new dual lands into this set. This is a very good land. It comes in untapped if your opponents have 8 total lands. So out of all your opponents, you count all the lands, they have to have 2, 4, 6. They have to have 3 lands on the field. So when they have 3 lands on the field, or maybe 2 people have 3 lands and 1 person has 2 lands, that will equal 8 lands. You can play this land for like your not your second, it wouldn't be your second turn, it'll be like the 3rd turn. It's almost like those other dual lands that I love when you have 2 or more basics, or if you have 2 or more other lands. Those are my favorite dual lands, and this is one of them. This is a new one in that same kind of category. It kind of acts the same way, where it requires you to be at least on your 3rd turn to then play this, and then boom, it comes in untapped. These lands are going to be going for a lot though. These are very, very good lands. So each of the decks have each of the, they call it the enemy lands, which is just the opposite to if you look at the color wheel for the colors. So very good lands. I love them. Very, very nice. Then we have the snake caller. This one here calls lots of snakes to each side. Every turn creates a snake. Really, really cool. If you don't have one. Then we've got Toxic Deluge. Love this. One of my favorite board wipes. One of the best board wipes. This one and Farewell. So quite the opposites, right? Light and dark. The best black board wipe, and then Farewell being the best white board wipe. And just the two best board wipes in the entire game of Magic. Tender Shoot Druid. This is a beautiful card. I love this card. Look at the artwork of it. It's just gorgeous. So to me, this is very spooky-like. It's not like extremely scary, just very spooky. And that's what I love. I love spooky things. Fabled Passage. Oh, this is a land. I've never had this land. I've seen this land in Arena ever since I got back into Magic and I was playing that game. And I saw that land all the time. I was like, oh, wow. And now I've got one. Blight Mound. A pest. A dark pest. Then we have Bloodghast. Another gassy gas, just like the Pokemon of the day. Gassy. Gassed. Oh, we have Final Act. This is cool. Look at the skeletons. All just hanging around doing a ring around the rosy. That's really funny. That is so funny. Then we got Jadar. This is a really cool card. This was a card. So back when I was getting back into Magic the Gathering, I built and brewed so many different decks on Arena. There were cards that I don't play with in real life at all. Never had an interest in. You know, as I played and got building into my decks, actually playing proper Magic the Gathering, because obviously I got back into Magic through Arena, and in Arena I just built and brewed so many different cool decks, and this was a card that I used to play with. This was actually one of the cards that I really liked. Even though I'm not a crazy fan or huge fan of zombies, I still liked them. I thought they were really cool. This one here, oh my gosh. Nether Trader. My friend Wizard Steve, he's always played with a card, and I think it's this very card, that has Shadow. Can't be blocked by anything unless you have Shadow, and it also can't block unless the creature... Yeah, this creature can block or be blocked. It says can block. So it can't block a creature that doesn't have Shadow. That's what I'm understanding, and that's something I didn't know. So a slight downfall, but that's fine. You wouldn't use it as a blocker. You use it as an attacker. Imagine Dina's effect. You tap her, you sack a creature. That creature could have 10 power. You give 10 +1/+1 counters to that guy. Boom. That's like a huge hit for free. We have Priest of the Forgotten God. Very spooky. Very, very spooky. We have an Eldrazi. This is my first time playing Eldrazi, honestly. This is not a bad card. I might consider taking it out. I'm not like a fan of Eldrazi's. I don't mind them. I'm neutral. It's Phyrexians that I hate. The only thing I don't like in Magic the Gathering, Phyrexians. Don't like Phyrexians. Eldrazi's, I like second to that, and I don't mind them. So I'm totally fine with Eldrazi, so it doesn't bother me. But I might consider taking them out. Then we have Vein Witch, Coven. I like to use things like evil things or bad things for good. You know, when you're a planeswalker, you're casting spells, you're summoning creatures, all that kind of stuff, you use them for good, you know? Unless you're trying to be on the evil side or the bad side, then you use them for evil. Witch of the Moors. Witch of the Moors! This is very spooky. Look how crazy that is. What is that? That's a human warlock. Oh, this is something I'm definitely taking out. This is horrifying to me. This is... I can't have this. So this is going to be the first card I take out of the deck. This is too horrifying. It looks crazy. I don't like it. This looks cool though. I like this. We got Yaheni Undying Partisan. Then we have Awakening Zone. Awakening Zone. This is a really good card. It's a very, very good card, this one. Blossoming Bug Beast. Very nice card, that is. We got the Gilded Goose! The Gilded Goose. I actually have a Gilded Goose in my collection. I love the Gilded Goose. Then we got Mycoloth. Devour. One of my original Magic the Gathering cards was a card that had Devour. I never used it, but oh my gosh, it's crazy. Then we have this massive snake. Look at this. Owen, Frostfang. Very good card. This is a very good card. Because it not only gives your attacking creatures Death Touch, but if they deal combat damage, each of them, like whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player. So if you hit all three of the players or your opponents, you draw 3 cards. And they have Death Touch. So they're gonna hit. You don't want to block Death Touch, right? Unless you got some, sack outlets or whatever. Pest Infestation. This is a really good card. I used to use this card in my Roxanne deck, which, on Arena. I don't use it anymore. I don't actually have the card. So that's actually my first time having that card. Trudge Garden. Oh yeah, another enchantment that helps. Gives us tokens. Beasts. So we got Beasts and Pests. Then we got Assassin's Trophy. Here he is, the big dragon himself. The founders of Strixhaven. When Strixhaven first came about, these were the guys that created Strixhaven. There was the 5 dragons, and they all had their college. So they all created each of the colleges, and Belladros, WeatherBloom, created the WeatherBloom College. So what he does, Elder Dragon, 4/4 for 7 mana. That's a lot of mana, but it's worth it. Flying, at the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this token dies, you gain 1 life at the beginning of every upkeep. Fantastic. I love it. Then his other ability is nuts because you can just keep doing it. Wait, only once each turn, but it's insane. Pay 10 life. You only have to pay 10 life, and this is a life gaining deck. You just pay 10 and you untap all your lands. So basically, if you play this card, you just untap all your lands. There you go. You get your 7 mana back. You can continue your turn. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And there's new versions of the dragons, which are even more insane. Even more insane. So really, really cool, this guy. Look how badass he is. Belladros WeatherBloom. Then we have another board wipe. Kind of. It's like target removal, which is quite good, actually. It's a lot of mana, but this deck produces a lot of mana. Like, I'm planning on making more ramp spells into this deck because I just want to be ramping like crazy. This one's a really good card, Creekwood Leech. This one gives all your black and green creatures +1/+1. So if you're this creature, for example, it will get +2/+2. It's really, really cool. Really awesome. Culling Ritual. And this dude is apparently the most expensive reprint in the set. I'm going to be selling this card. This card, I don't really want him, but I can get some money back. With the money I spent to buy this deck, I get some of it back by selling this card. This guy creates food. He's actually a really cool guy. He is really, really great, but I don't want him. He doesn't interest me. I'd rather spend more time doing things that synergize more with the deck. This one's really good. Mazarek Cruel Death Priest. Oh my gosh. Terrifying, but really, really is wicked. Insect Shaman. Then we got a zombie. White of the Reliquary. Hey, Reliquary Tower. Then we got WeatherBloom Command. WeatherBloom Command. Then we got Exotic Orchard. Yeah! We got the lands now. Here we go. We got the lands. What's this? Festering Thicket. Beautiful. So we'll just flick through these lands real quick. Grim Backwoods. Then we got a high market. Oh yeah. Wow, that's cool. On the edge. That's awesome. I love cards like that. It shows you a place that's on the edge of the earth. Oh, not really. You can see that there's land there, but almost. Almost on the edge of the earth. This is beautiful. I love the artwork of this. This is something I love. For me, it's all about the artwork. Not always, but most of the time. Necroblossom, Snow, Temple of the Melody, Twilight Mere, Vernal Fen. Oh yeah, control 2 or more basic lands, which I like. I said this before, that these are the lands that I like. Depending on my situation. I'll either have the ones that, if you have 2 or more other lands, or 2 or more basic lands. But the ones with the basic lands are the ones that are important because there's swamp forest. You can search for that with a Farseek. We have Iridescent Bog. Woodland Cemetery. It's a cemetery. Very cool. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, we got some artifacts. There's only 2 artifacts in this deck. You know what's interesting to me? They're not adding Swiftfoot boots and all those other general artifacts like they used to. I might have to add a Swiftfoot boots. There's literally only 2 artifacts in this deck, which is fine. This deck does not need artifacts, but I'm thinking I'm going to add a Swiftfoot boots. Arcane Signet we have, and then we got a beautiful Soul Ring. I love that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we got Command Tower, another beautiful looking Command Tower, love it. Oh, we got some more creatures, hey! Teacher's Pet. Oh my gosh, is that what it's called? Teacher's Pet. I've been looking at the picture for so long. I haven't had the time to look at the, like, you know, on my phone. I haven't been looking at the names. Teacher's Pet. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. WeatherBloom Charm. Terramorphic Expanse. Titan's Grave. Blood Artist. Oh, look at that. A lot of people love Blood Artist, but I never use these kind of cards. This is not the type of deck, all kinds of cards that I play with. Infernal Grasp. Even though I've got 2 black decks now, they're Esper decks. They're more blue, they're more white. It's 3 colors, so you're just you're dipping into each of those colors. We got Morbid Opportunist. I have this card. Very good card, actually. Night's Whisper, that's Vraska, the snake, the Gorgon, the Medusa, that's it. Medusa, which is, I think is Vraska. Is it Vraska? Am I pronouncing her name? I did a bit of research on her and I looked up about her lore. So she's actually a really cool character that had a very sad story. But she's still alive. And I was thinking about adding her as a planeswalker in this deck. But I think I might just stick to Liliana for now. I'm going to be adding a Liliana because I do love Liliana. This guy's scary. Pawn of Ulamog. Plum the Forbidden. Umbral Caller Zealot. A scary vampire. See ya, vampire. Then the guy with a chainsaw. Oh no, he's got a chainsaw. Ah, does he have a chainsaw? He looks like he's got a chainsaw, but I don't think he does. He's got something else. There we go, Cultivate. There we go, beautiful. My favorite ramp spell is Cultivate. Love Cultivate. They got Elvish Mystic, which I'm going to replace with Learn More Elves because classic. Why not? I like it. Got a Snake. Stinky. Then we have Spring Bloom Druid. Deadly Brood. Look how deadly that is. Holy fudge. And there she is. We have the original Dina. Ta-da! 2 Dinas. I'm gonna switch the 2. I'll switch them around just to keep it different, you know, unique. There we go. Beautiful. Original Dina. Then we have, this is a really good spell, this one here. Moldavine Reclamation. Looks really, really cool. I love it. Then we got Mortality Spear. Hey, oh, I might. Which I used to love using this card in Arena, and I guess I get to use it again because it requires, it's sacrifice. And you want to have sacrifice in this deck. Bajukabog. Which I never knew what Bajukabog was. I only heard the names all the time. So Bajukabog. Haunted Mia. Path of Ancestry. Study Hall. So we'll all be studying. You know, we're studying. We're going back to uni. Back to TAFE. For me, it would be back to TAFE. Go back to TAFE. Hey! I loved my TAFE days. It was good. I slept in half my classes. Haha. It was great. WeatherBloom Campus. And then we got the basics. These beautiful basics. So we got that one there. Looks really cool. Then we have... So those are the swamps. Then we have the forest. Beautiful forest. Yeah, they're all the same. So one artwork for the forest, one for the swamp. And then we have our new tokens, which our new pests. Look how cute they are. They're cute, you know? Cute and a little scary, you know? So these are the ones that when this token dies, you gain a life. And then we got Sprawling. Got the Sprawling as well, which is very beautiful. I've got some of these tokens already, which is nice. So that's that. Got that one there, another one back. Another one there. Ta-da. And then we have the Beast. The Beast. Look how scary he looks. He looks very scary. Fungus Beast. At the back is a goat, which that horrifying thing creates. He creates the goat. I'm taking that out. I'm taking that horrifying thing out. It's too disturbing. It looks like those new horror movies. You know that new horror movie that I think is a new movie or a series or whatever. You never know what it is nowadays. Is it a series? Is it a movie? We got a worm. Not so cute, but it's a worm. I might. Oh, then there's that Eldrazi. That scary guy. I mentioned a lot of things are scary, but that one guy, he creates the Eldrazi's. We got another Eldrazi. Then worm, an Eldrazi. And then we got a snake. Look how cute that. I like snakes. No, it's so cute. Snake with death touch. The snake guy, he creates a snake. And then we have the zombie from Jada. He creates the decayed zombies. The zombies. And then we have a food. Foodie food. And the city's blessing. I'm going to have the city's blessing. That's a card I'm keeping in the deck. So I get to actually have the city's blessing. So a lot of fun and new things. But I thought the punch outs were in here. Wait a second. Give me a moment. Alright, so I had a little looking around. I thought, it would have been nice if these were each of the other punch outs, the other little tokens like the prepared one and everything. Because I've been watching a lot of people play with these decks and they just had the tokens. I just assumed that the deck itself came with those each. So I have to source them out, which I've got some friends which will probably get some out of even the packs. When you open up a pack, maybe you'll get some as well, because I definitely need the prepared like punch out. That's the most important one, because you never know if something's prepared unless you just have a token saying that it's prepared. That's the important one. But it would have been nice if they had placed, like, for these to not all just be the same. If they'd done the prepared one, or maybe a few other ones, or whatever the deck actually does. But yeah, that's it. Guys, I'm so excited to sleeve this up. I've got black sleeves, which I had for my knight deck, being my werewolf deck, is going to come to this deck. So I've done some rearrangements around with my sleeves, but I'm so excited to play with Dina here. We'll have a look at Dina one more time. Look at this beautiful, beautiful T-gal. She'd probably, you know what? She loved the card, not the card, she would like the place called T2, which is a massive black, dark tea store. Looks very nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're excited for STRIXHAVEN. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Do whatever what gives you enjoyment. You know, for me, for most of the times when a new set comes out, I just have the ultimate amount of enjoyment just by opening up one booster pack. One booster pack here, one booster pack there. But in this case, I was so excited to get her and to get this deck and to have something completely different that I've never played with before. But like I said earlier in the video and during the video, that I actually have played with some of these decks. Zombies, sacrifices, and all. Because when I played Arena, when I was playing it and got back into Magic before I actually started playing proper Magic, I was trying out all kinds of things. So it's really cool to actually have some of these cards that I used to play with a long time ago, a very long time ago, and to properly play them in paper form. And I'm looking forward to even having my friend Wizard Steve. He plays black, he plays zombies, sacrifice, he loves that kind of stuff. That's his style. I'm going to be giving him this deck to play with, you know, to have fun. Not upgrade it at all. I'm going to enjoy this deck the way it is. And then bit by bit, that's another thing what got me excited about it, is that other than my other my other Precons, I had the intentions to upgrade them straight away. With this deck, I didn't have intentions to upgrade them straight away. I wanted to be able to enjoy the deck the way it is, because each of these Precons are actually amazing. They're designed so perfectly well. Really, really powerhouses. Real game-changing, real game-breaking. All the cards. So yes, go out there, enjoy playing with these cards at your local game store with your friends. Gather around and enjoy some class, some sessions, some learning, understanding, and studying for more magical things, secrets in Strixhaven goodness. Until next time, enjoy collecting your cards and have lots of fun. Peace out.